Hello guys, Barbajiman here, and today we're going for the Spanish Grand Prix in my career mode. This is round number 7, and the Spanish Grand Prix is held at Circuit de Catalunya, Barcelona, which is for F1 pre-season testing. It's a track that has a really long straight, two straights to be honest, one which is the main straight and one that we call the back straight, which both of them have DRS. Of course, the main one, the start finish line, is the bigger one, which goes from the end of the track to the start, which kinda covers the whole track. The second one is around half the track, I think, and it has quite some high speed and low speed corners, and that's why it has been the test track for pre-season testing. And I think that it's quite a nice track to drive around, especially with the new changes. Some corners have been smoothened out, the chicane that was last year is removed, and so I think it's quite a nice track. I did like the track before the updates as well, just the chicane wasn't too nice for me. I wouldn't mind if the chicane was like in Sakir, where the chicane is kind of smoothened out. In 2020, where we raced in Sakir, I don't think if you remember, George Russell made a move. It actually got overtake of the year in that spot, and I think it would have been quite nice to make a chicane like that. But it is what it is. We returned to the old-fashioned layout, which in today's standards, I don't think it's quite dangerous, but only time will tell if you have a crash there. In real life, we haven't had a crash in there yet, although I don't think there will be, because for there to be a crash right there and it to be a fatal, you'll need to be quite bad, because many things have happened from then. One is Romain Grosjean from 2020, but I think this is enough talk, and now let's go for the racing. We're now going into qualifying Q1. We go on the set of mediums and we have P4. Now going for a second lap time, which that won't go too well. We'll go over the curb and lose too much time, and so I'm going to abort this lap. Now going for the end of Q1, we are actually in P10, 1.1 seconds off provisional pole sitter Lewis Hamilton, who's in the Mercedes, but he did it on the soft tyre. Now Mercedes have a 1-2 for now, but we'll see what we can do in Q2 as of now. Going into it, first lap it is then for Q2. We're now again on the set of mediums, looking where we're going to be, and we're in P2, just some tenths behind Carlos Sainz, who's in the Ferrari. Now first lap wasn't bad. Now going in for the second lap, that's in the softs, with the softs. We're brewing by 4 tenths, and we are, well, into Q3. I think we must get into Q3. Yes, we are P5. Now going to see where all the people are. Well, Mercedes have provisional 1-2 as well, but George Russell and Lewis Hamilton swap positions. Now Lando Norris hasn't made it into Q3, and the Nico Hulkenberg in the Haas has made it. But now going to Q3 now, all sets, all laps with softs, and first lap is second place, just a tenth behind Russell. Second lap it is, and we don't gain much, we gain only half tenth as we improve in the last corner, and we'll see what it will be. It'll be a bit closer, but not quite pole. You can see it is second place, no one improved after us, well, no one was after us, no one was behind us to improve, but we couldn't get pole by 44 milliseconds, 44 thousandths. Well, we're starting P2 for tomorrow's race, Sunday's race. It is, well, quite a long race, 39 laps. A lap takes around 113 in the race, 113 to 115 depending on your tire set, maybe even 17. But that's a question that will be answered in the race. And now let's go to the race itself.
To the circuit to Barcelona, Catalunya. So many great moments in Formula One history have been written at this very track over the years, including Michael Schumacher's first win for Ferrari back in '96. That win was in the rain. We might have better weather here today, but we're just as overjoyed to be at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalonia, and we welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector, shortening lap times and reducing the total running to 2.9 miles and 14 turns. This was actually the original setup for the track, but it hasn't been used since 2007. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, and the owner driver alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Perez, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, Sainz, Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Stroll, Ocon, Magnussen, Bottas, Joe, De Vries, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Sargent, Enzo Fittipaldi. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So Mark wants us to do a one-stop strategy, and to be honest, I think it will be quicker, but I don't think our tires will be able to last to be quicker, and so I am opting to go with the two-stop. Although yes, our car is not really fast. Our car, oh yes, it could be way slower, but still it could be way faster. But it is what it is. I am going to drive a two-stop, and whatever happens, happens. This is the first season. We don't care about the championship. We already have a win in our bag, and I think we get even many more. And so I feel kind of relaxed because I have room to spare. I am not fighting for a championship or anything like that. But yeah, I am still going to try and maybe secure a podium or maybe a top 5. Or top 5 I really want to get, but we'll see. Podium is my objective. First place I don't think we'll get, but we'll see in a bit. So now we're waiting for the grid to line up. As I just discovered, I can look around because my left and right look around. I have it on brake bias. But now we start the race and we actually get a fantastic start. Well, I ain't never seen a better start than this in this game, or maybe the AI didn't have a good start, but it is what it is. We are in first place, but we are in a soft tire set, and keep in mind that we will be doing a two-stopper, so we'll see how this goes. Now, lap number 1, turn number 4 it is. We're going in first place. It's quite tricky to get right. You need to be quite patient on the throttle, but still need to go early to. Well, you need to be perfect on the throttle in order to make the corner, but to be faster as well, because any slight mistake will put you out of place. And here Max Verstappen was behind us, and I was focusing on talking to Mark, and actually it backfired because Max Verstappen will now overtake us, or try to overtake us, and we're actually giving a good fight with him, but it is what it is. I am going to try and stay ahead. He will be in the DRS zone and maybe he'll overtake us, but no, we are going in the pit lane, but we're not quite going in, because if you haven't played in Catalonia, which I don't know why I haven't, there is a small bump, and that bump is right where you want to brake, and if you want to go fast you need to brake before that bump, and most of the times you forget that there's a bump and brake where your instinct tells you. But we are now going for the stop. We actually got in the pit box. We got in the pit lane. Now we're in the pit box. We changed our tires to 2.5. We're good, and we are actually ahead of Hamilton and Fittipaldi and Enzo. I don't know why Hamilton is down here. Maybe it's penalties, But yeah, it is penalties. He took quite some penalties because if you remember in Q2 he was second with George Russell in first place. I don't remember why he qualified in Q3, but he surely got in Q3. But you overtake two cars. Now next lap, the number 4, we are gonna overtake another two cars, De Vries and Piastri. One lap before we overtook two Williams, and now we're going for Shinoda as well, the other Alpha Tower. So both Williams and Alpha Towers are behind us. Now Bottas and Ocon are ahead of us. They still haven't pit yet, and that's why they're so slow. And Bottas goes on softs, we are on the mediums, we're way faster than him. Ocon moves to the left because he sees how fast we were, and Max Verstappen, who was a race contender, he was challenging for the win, is now out of the race due to mechanical failure, and this is lap 17 to 18, and we overtake Perez and Russell for first place. So for now everything works fine, but will we gain something because they're on the hards, and then we'll be on the softs again. And here I make quite a big mistake, and there's Leclerc. I'm going to let him by. I'm not fighting him, he's not in a race, we're on different strategies, and if we fight we'll just lose time. So I just let him by it and keep minding my own business. And it's lap number 25, we're putting in, this time minding the spot that there is, the little bump. And second time we're going to change our tires, as I'm saying, is go down places. We're now in P4. It is going to hurt a bit, but it is what it is. We're on a two-stop strategy. P6 it goes, 7 goes, no, now in P6, and we come out in P8. So another far off. I think we can get a P5, and we'll see what we can do. But now, catching up to Hulkenberg, lap number 26 to 27, we stayed, well, the first lap the series only set, and we're already overtaking. And not only that, but this is the same lap, 2 overtakes in one lap. But ahead of us we have Lando Norris, who's in the McLaren with the mediums, so he's opting for a different strategy than most of us. I've opted for one as well, but he is a bit slower than us, and so we do overtake him in the end, and we are now in P5. Carlos Sainz is ahead of us and is lap number 30. We are still in P5. He's 1.9 seconds, 2 seconds in fact right now, and this is the moment where I realize our fuel is not alright. I am trying to do everything. I am short shifting. Well, I am only short shifting, but that doesn't seem to work. And this last lap, and I say I won't overtake Carlos Sainz. He's way far behind, and even if he makes a mistake, I'll overtake him. And Charles Leclerc, driving for Ferrari, wins in Barcelona, here in Catalonia, and we come home in P5. We also run out of fuel in the end, which is quite funny. P5 it is, got down 3 places, but I said I want a P5. We got the fast lap as well, so 10 points for a P5 plus 1 for fast lap.
Real team effort then, which has paid off in spades. A great victory here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Quite simply, a driver is nothing without the team behind them. So, a deserved winner, but we do have to give a shout out to the team in the pit lane and back at the factory. Very much a collaborative process.
Tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
This was the Spanish Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc won for Ferrari, then goes George Russell for Mercedes and Sergio Perez for Red Bull. Max Verstappen DNF'd in the race, and that's probably the reason why he's not in the podium or anywhere in the top 5. And in fact, if he didn't DNF, we would have been P6. And now, with this performance, we have 70 points, and we're 15 points, 25 points ahead of Aston Martin. We are still 7th in the constructors. Lewis Hamilton ahead of us with 79 points, and we got 11 for 5th place and the fastest lap. Now, rival breakdown. We have 5 plus 5 and 32. We've done everything, and actually with the race remaining. So everything was nice and good. But this was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.